Okay, other things that we can do are, for instance, if you pick your audio track, click on that, you can go down here to the intro, whoops, information I mean. You'll find this, because you're on the audio track and you're not on the podcast, so if you go to the podcast track you get this. If you go to the audio track you get this, which gives you a different set of things to do. You can have them show in real instruments, for instance. Let me just give you an example. Let's say, because you're podcasting, you can have a female narrator, noisy, you can change it to that. These are different settings for the type of sound that comes out. But you can also have effects, which are quite good fun. Let me just show you, for instance. I'll play the thing and put the effects through their run.
This is a podcast all about GarageBand. All sorts of interesting things are happening. Up the top here, a track is being laid down. It's going up and down. Down here, it's an track, which allows me. Now I'm just laying this down, and I've got to 30 seconds. This would be 1 minute's worth, so you can tell exactly how far you've gone. Okay, I'm going to stop it at that because that's enough for me.
So you can get some really cool sounds out of it, and just play with them. That back to the old routine. Play with all the different effects that you can get and see what you find is good for you, depending on what your podcast is. You might want to switch different bits. Don't forget you can apply it to different bits. It's not just the whole track. So for instance, I could just cut. What have I done? I'll just reverse that. There we go. So I cut it at this point. So I make a split. At this point, I can have just this bit having the telephone lines applied to it. I think that's how it works. Let me try.
Lots of interesting things are happening. Up the top
No.
here, a track is being laid down. It's going up and down.
Well, there you are. You learn something new every day. It only applies to the whole track. So what you would have to do that is to create another track. And in fact, it's probably worth doing this. Let's create another track. Okay. Just press create. We will have a real instrument because that's what we are. We classify it as that. I'm going to shift it to just below the one that I want to use so that I can see it. And I'm going to drag this one, which I don't want to be, I want to have no effects on, to there, and I'm just going to have the effects on this. So now if we play it,
Happening. Up the top here, a track is being laid down.
oh, sorry, let's try that one more time.
Track is being laid down. It's going up and down to show my voice.
So there you are. So you can see that you can have different effects on different tracks, but it appears that you can't have different effects on one track. Well, that probably makes sense. And let's see, what else can we do? Now, don't you reckon this is fun? I just reckon it is the best fun I've ever had doing this. Well, almost. I mean, look at the size of this bloody rabbit. It's just ridiculous. I love it. But the things you can do, the way you can set things up and enjoy it and produce your own podcast and add bits and pieces into it. I was chatting to a couple of ladies, women of colour from the US, who've got this fantastic podcast. I'm going to put a link to the site, and they just sit back and talk about the programs that they like from their own perspective on the programs on TV I'm talking about that they love. And they know who they are, and they are just fantastic. And it's just all capable of being produced because of this extraordinary program, this simple, extraordinary program, and I just adore it. And I've, got lots of friends out of setting up and doing these things. And so please, if you have any questions, if you want any sites looked at or talked about, or you want to talk about your podcast, or you've got a problem, or you want to add something or do something, please make sure that what you do is you email me. Go to the site, which is australianmac.com, and you will get me there for sure, because I love hearing from you. While we're on the special effects bit, have a look at this one too, because this is great. So go back down to here, hit the this button here, and you'll get jingles, and you can do some wonderful stuff with that. Stingers. Oh, and I love the stingers, right? These are classics. Listen to this one. So you see, you can add crazy stuff in. Like if I wanted to do that, I would whack it into whatever track gives me a plus sign. Okay, so I could make it its own track, or I've got this female voice track I'm not using anyway, so I might throw it in here, right? And there it is there, just this little thing, and I can whack this in. Don't forget to get rid of these. This is going to sound absolutely crazy, I know, but it's worth a run here. Let's see what
it's going up and down to show my voice. Down here is an enlarged version of that.
See? So you can, like somebody makes a comment, you can whack that in at the very end as a joke or whatever you can do. Cartoon conga. That's quite a good one to announce something. Let's just do a bit of just for a joke here. Let's do it. So let's imagine we do this. We're going to go onto the telephone lines one, and we're going to make a recording from that point. See how I've got the headset there. Hit this, and I'm going to say, "Oh, rats! It's all playing in the background." Don't forget, I'll say, don't forget that I've got a big announcement for you, and the big announcement is the prize winner will be. Okay, so hit that, and don't make the mistake of leaving all your sounds on. So we'll switch these guys off, the opening intro and all the rest. Leave that. Oh no, leave the female voice on. Grab the cartoon conga, drag it up here, and you see now we can display this bit here. Here we are. So we've got. And I'm going to say, rats! It's all playing in the background. Don't forget, I'll say, don't forget that I've got a big announcement for you, and the big announcement is the prize winner will be. There. So I could make it. The prize winner will be. Kiki, my best friend, Kiki. She's the one who's won. There you are. So now, play it together. Kiki, my best friend. Ah, now look at that. I've got a bit of a delay there, and I didn't want that delay. So I'm going to see how I can see where the delay is on the thing. I can stretch it out a bit. Just give it a bit of a stretch down there, so I can see where the delay is. Or I could alternatively, I go to where the cutting thing is. I can see where the delay is. Move the head to exactly where I want to cut it out. Okay. Make a splice. Or, where's that? Splice. There it is. Split. Sorry. Split it there. Click out of it. Make sure you always click out of them, because if they're both like that and you hit them, they all go, right? So just click on the one that you want to get rid of. Press delete. It's gone. Slip it up to where the end of that is. Let's see if we can play it. Kiki, my best friend, Kiki. And then we could do even a quick little jingle there. What we want? Yeah, just for a joke, whack this on here. So now we've got the whole thing. Kiki, my best friend, Kiki. She's the one who's won. You see what I mean? Now, and yet the limitations are so minor that you can just do anything you feel like. It's virtually unlimited. You can build track upon track upon track, and we haven't even started to look at music. Yeah, this is really just about podcasts. You put music on there too, that you make yourself. It is absolutely extraordinary what it can do with music. Okay, I'm out of here.